Hello guys and welcome to another episode of What If Civilization Started Over. In the in the last episode, we saw a couple different events happening, such as more exploration across the continent. We saw the Siberians bought the Korean colony here in Alaska. Um, and the big event, we saw the Dutch team have a complete collapse. Their colonial empire came to an end. But in today's episode, you'll see a couple more events happening and a bit more detail into some things that had happened. Alright, so to start off, we see the these nations hearing about how a couple new areas here have been discovered, or a couple new nations here. A lot of countries across the entire world are going to decide that it is time for them to quickly explore, or not quickly, but explore the rest of the world. So we see that happening here in Siberia. Almost all of it is discovered. Just a bit of the northern lands, just undiscovered. In the central part of Asia, we see these nations quickly develop more gear to venture into the Himalayas, leaving this small strip of land touched. In South Africa, all of the land is discovered, and in northern Africa slash the Saharan area, almost all of it is discovered as well. You see a very similar thing to South Africa happen, as almost all of South America is discovered, minus this one little bit here. Very similar to in Siberia. Most of North America is discovered other than the last northern parts. Mostly in Australia, we firstly see the rest of New Zealand is discovered, and then we see the almost all of Australia is discovered. We won't actually see any expansions, as I have a major event to happen in the next episode dealing with that. So what we will see instead is the events that would take place during all of the expansion, plus a little extra something. Alright. So, also just to clarify, like, this episode and the next episode are going to happen at about the same time. The events are going to be a bit different, but mostly all at the same time. Alright, so you might have noticed as I was turning on capitals, or just as was, firstly, the the waters on the map are a bit darker. I was having a bit of issues, especially with the Siberian nation and the Dutch team, with when I was trying to color in some of the areas, especially up in here, when I was using the recolor tool, it had just turned in to like, or not turned in, but like it kind of just went into the dark side team as well. It happened with all of the nations, so I had found a color that it doesn't do that too, which happens to be this dark blue. To be honest, I quite like the map with the blue, but Um, so there's that. You also might notice the religion map. This religion map does not fit the current borders of the world. It's because this is the old religion map. So, on the religion map, like I said, you might have noticed that it is outdated, and that is because I want to zoom in on something right here. There's this very small part of the religion, the smallest religion in the world, in terms of like area it's followed in, and taking a look at the next religion map down, it's significantly smaller. This is the old map, this is the new one. So, what's happening is this religion is starting to die off. Its central areas, which is probably where it would last the longest, is in central areas where it would last longest is right in this area here. However, taking a look on the main map, that most of that land is either part of the Green Nation here or the Scientine, or not Green Nation, the New York Nation, which mostly follows the Green religion of the North Michigan Nation, or the Scientine, which follows the Mediterranean division of the Red religion. So I just wanted to show you that, and that this religion is slowly dying off. However, there are still people who want to follow and protect the religion. So I'll be deleting this now because I don't need it. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. Right. Now, moving on to, I don't really have a set plan for this episode. But in the from the last episode, the rebellion, I did draw, I did edit these to follow province borders. Ooh, right. So, coming down to Papua New Guinea, 2 episodes ago, the entire portion over here that was owned by Borneo had broken away from the from Borneo, and we see that 5 different nations came out from that. But there are still a couple groups that wanted the independence but did not get it. So we see one of those groups begins to break away. And that is this island nation here. It consists of all these islands and this northern part of Papua New Guinea. Will also be this province here. All of this land is just broken away from the yellow team. And looking at the major cities, they took, or they have 2 of them. But we don't just see the red team breaking away from the Papua New Guinea nation. They also break away as this island from the Borneo nation. They weren't really supported during the war, as this land is more divided between breaking away and being part of Borneo. But seeing as Borneo got extremely weakened during the war, they will be there will be more people in favor of joining up with the Borneo. Borneo. Just test. Okay. All right. So we see the Borneo nation, or not Borneo. We see this red breakaway nation having supplies from both Borneo and Papua New Guinea, being able to invade into Papua New Guinea. It will climb over these couple islands up here and begin, whoops, and begin pushing into Papua New Guinea, capturing a major city and nearing the capital. We also see this light blue nation down here will join the war as they will invade up, moving towards the capital as well. Of these two nations, the red team is probably stronger, I'd say. Then we see the green team also gets involved in the war, and still the red team's probably stronger. Eventually, the green team captures the last major city. The red team will make a landing on this island, capturing it. They will push in, capture the capital, and the rest of the country. But before we see this peace treaty happen, something happens in the green team. Just so I can get that color. 1 pixel. Actually, no. So the yellow team will be able to hold out on this island right here. They repel the red team's forces from the island and decide they do not want to surrender. But with the green team, we see the orange team. Orange team joins the war against them, and as the green team has all of its troops out in the western part, they will be, one, they're not expecting this. Two, I decided that I want them to face a rebellion in the south. And three, they don't have any forces out here. So we see this purple team also break away from the green nation. This will cause the green nation to just give up on over here, and they will send their forces to fight back against the rebellion and the orange team. They will decide eventually to continue invading the yellow team. However, they won't have as much of it, but they will gain a new major. They will hold out in the major city. The rest of the land will be recaptured by the red team. And we see the light blue nation getting involved in this part of the war as well, as they invade in capturing, or not capturing, or just capturing this bit of land. Good, good color for us. Alright, these are different enough. Alright, so we see them invading and taking over a decent chunk of land and nearing the capital. This, we see the orange team make a naval landing here, recapturing some land, and moving in towards the capital as well. We then see the purple team, after having it settled down, Here, we'll make a movement outwards. They will be the ones to capture the capital. And here we see the war finally begin to come to an end. So we will take a look at a peace treaty. Alright, so here we have our peace treaty. We'll start off with the red team. They do nothing. They get the land that they broke away with. For the green team, they lost the war and won the war, but they will be getting all of this land here. Going into provinces real quick, we see a new province being created by the green team and the red teams. Next, we see this yellow nation forming here. The yellow-green nation will keep the island they resided on, and will will take back all of this land. This might be an issue going through here. I also did decide to add a couple new major cities in. I felt like it was kind of weird not giving the light blue team anything. I also changed the color of the light blue team and put the major cities in the background. Once okay, we turned off major cities and that one still was here. So yeah, so wasn't it? Okay. There used to be like major cities up there, but I think I got rid of them. Alright, turn my major cities back on, provinces, just to show. The orange team, I added a major city up there. The orange team will be getting all of that. You see the green team getting that and this back, as well as their capital and there. And lastly, we see the purple team firstly getting independence and secondly getting all of this land. Alright, so you see the countries will make the new countries will make their capitals. The purple team will put their capital down here. The new yellow nation will put their capital right there. And the red team will put their capital in a city that isn't a major city, but it is about right here. With it becoming their capital, it will be named a major city. So we see that happening. Alright. But now, this is officially the second part of daily Papua New Guinea updates. Or not Papua New Guinea, but I'm just gonna call them like micro um like daily this area updates. I'll find the name to it. Or just daily Oceania updates. Except I'm not gonna do anything down here. It's only gonna be these islands. The blue team probably included. Alright. I'm gonna fix these four major cities down there. After I finish this episode. But we're almost done with it, as we see only one more event happening. That's partially an event. Actually, there will be one thing up there happening. Alright, so this is on the Power Rankings layer, but let's see a ranking of the alliances. I did this in my other WICSO. So in first place is the Square team. I feel like that is completely reasonable. You've got the third, the fifth, seventh strongest powers in Europe. And in Asia, you've got the 14th, the 8th, and the 10th, as well as the 17th. And most countries are also colonizers as well. And you've got a couple other powerful nations, or like powerful but not top 20, like Yugoslavia and Cyantine. Oh, I didn't get rid of that. Alright. Number 2 is the Diamond Alliance. It's a bit, this one's a bit, kind of in the middle, as they've got the 11th and first strongest power. That's it. They also have the Orange team, but that will actually be changing right now, as we see the Myanmar nation and this um, Bangladesh nation join up um, with the Diamond Alliance. So they also just got the 20th strongest power. Mm. Number 3 is the Circle Alliance. They've got the 4th strongest power, the 6th strongest power, the 18th, and the 9th. We've also got a couple other countries that are decently strong, like the Dark Side team, Gibraltar. The Dutch team used to be strong, now they aren't. You've got North France, and you've got Japan, or the Japanese Union. But pretty much every country in the alliance is like a major nation at this point. Every country has been a part of something major, except for really Italy. Um, other well, there's the founding of the alliance. But let's see, no countries will join any other alliances. Just with the Diamond Alliance, we had that happen. Alright, so lastly, the 4th strongest is the Triangle Alliance. This one could be a little bit different. You've got the 13th, the 2nd, the 15th strongest power, and you've also got this economically kind of good, otherwise pretty bad, Purple Nation. And that's it in the Triangle Alliance. Right. We do see one more final event happening this episode, as the Star Economic Alliance forms between these I'm gonna call them the post-Dutch team nations. The post-Dutch nations. It will be the Gulf of Guinea Economic Alliance, and you just see it between those four or five. It's five. But that will do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.